It's unfortunate that we must part so soon, after being given the opportunity to see one another.
Everyone is worried about you at the plants.
Thank you for all you've done during my stay here, Commander Lacrousset.
Laconia has assured me that he will personally see to your safety.
Will the Vesalius be back for the memorial services?
I really can't say with any certainty.
I know military achievements are important, but please do not forget the victims. Those who lost their lives.
You have my word.
What is it one should be fighting against? War makes that question very difficult. Goodbye. I certainly look forward to the day that you and I meet again.
What is it one should be fighting against? Did you hear what happened to Isaac?
Yes.
It was the strike. Which is it? Will you shoot it down or be shot down?
Turnabout 180 degrees. Reduce speed another 20% and match velocity.
Is this really a good idea? For us to cruise alongside the Menelaus?
Admiral Halberton most likely wants to get a better look at the ship. He has informed us that later on he will be paying us a personal visit. As you may know, he was the biggest supporter of the development project that produced this ship and the G-weapons.
The civilians are going to be transferred over to the Menelaus, where they'll then board a shuttle. Hey! I wonder what's gonna happen to us.
Of course, we're disembarking too. We may be wearing these uniforms, but underneath we are civilians.
Please hold the fort while I'm gone.
Captain! It's about the strike, Captain. Do you have any plans for it?
What plans? What are you getting at?
Everyone on this ship knows it. We were only able to make it this far because of the mobile suit's incredible capabilities and because he was the one piloting it. Are you letting him go too? Captain!
I understand what you're trying to say, Nataro, believe me. However, Kira Yamato is not an Earth Forces soldier.
I know, but his abilities are invaluable to us. We cannot afford to lose them.
Regardless of what potential he might bring to the military, we cannot force him to volunteer.
We've already hooked up with the fleet, so would someone tell me why we're in a rush?
I don't feel secure while it's still damaged.
The pilots joining us from the 8th Fleet are all wet behind the ears. If anything happens to them, we'll need the lieutenant here to sortie.
Yeah, but what do we do about the strike? Is it really okay if we leave it as is?
Huh? Good point. Never thought of that. But I'm not so sure we should return it to its original state, since that would reduce its performance.
Well then, let's hope we get someone who can pilot it as is.
Captain?
What's this? To what do we owe the honor?
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to have a chat with Kira.
Huh?
Oh, don't give me that suspicious look of yours. Although I can't really say that I blame you. I've hardly had a free moment, so I could never find the time to have a meaningful one-on-one with you. Well, I just wanted to thank you properly this time. I'm well aware that I put you through a great deal of hardship, and I'm truly grateful for what you've done for us. I put a lot on your shoulders and made you give us your all. I can't thank you enough.
It's all right. Really, Captain.
The others may not actually say it to your face, but each of us is deeply grateful. The way things are going right now, I imagine it will be hectic even on Earth. But best of luck.
You know, when I first heard of the collapse of Heliopolis, I was convinced that that was the end. What a joy it is to see you people here.
You do us a tremendous honor. It's a pleasure to see you again, sir.
I was a bit worried when informed that you were engaged in a battle earlier. Is everyone all right?
Ensign Natarl Badgerul.
I'm Lieutenant Mu Laflaga of the 7th Orbital Fleet.
Ah, we were fortunate indeed to have you with us.
Well, just wish I could have been of more service.
Oh, and who do we have over here?
Sir, these are the students from Heliopolis. They've been helping with the operation of the ship.
We've done some checking on the families of each one of you, and everyone is safe. We'd like to extend our gratitude for your assistance during this crisis, and I'd like to add my thanks as well.
Sir, we don't have much time.
Right. I'd be delighted if later we had the opportunity to sit down together and have a talk.
The Ziegler and the Gamow have joined up with us.
The enemy hasn't noticed us yet, have they?
No, the fleet has descended to a lower orbit.
I thought the Legate ship would be heading to their lunar headquarters, but after reassessing their movements, I believe they'll be landing on Earth.
Their intended target appears to be Alaska.
I'd somehow like to finish them off while they're still in our own backyard. What say you?
Well, the Ziegler has 6 Jins. We have 5 machines, including the Aegis. And the Gamow can send out the Buster and the Blitz.
The infamous Halberton. It's time the Admiral took his final curtain call.
How could they resort to such extreme measures as destroying Heliopolis and Artemis, all for the sake of this lone ship and a single G-machine?
Nonetheless, the fact that her crew was at least able to protect the strike and this ship can be counted as a significant victory for the Earth forces.
It would seem that Alaska does not share that view.
What do they know about the realities of space combat? Lieutenant Ramius has understood all along what I've been trying to achieve. Nothing in this matter warrants any concern.
Yes, Admiral.
Moving on to the topic of the young coordinator, are we to forget all about him?
Kira Yamato only wanted to protect his friends. That was the sole reason why he climbed aboard the strike for us. In all likelihood, we would not have made it this far if it weren't for the abilities of that young man. However, his decision was dictated by events beyond his control, and he did suffer greatly from having to fight against his own people. He's a kind, sincere boy. I believe we should repay him for his selfless efforts with our complete trust.
And yet, if we allow him to go now...
If I may interject, I myself agree with Captain Hoffman's sentiment. Anyone can see he has amazing abilities. He also knows the secrets of the G-weapons, so I would not let him leave.
Zaft now possesses 4 of those machines. Hardly a secret at this point.
But sir, his strengths are a definite asset. I believe it would be in everyone's best interest to have him join the Earth forces.
Oh?
But from what Lieutenant Ramius says, the boy has no intention of joining the military.
His parents are naturals who escaped the collapse of Heliopolis and as of now are living on Earth. If the military were to force them...
You are spouting nonsense! What use would we have for such a soldier?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
What has passed is unimportant. The problem is what we do now. The Archangel will be required to make its descent to the Alaska headquarters with its existing roster of personnel.
We get 2 sky graspers. Wait a minute. These are designed for use within the atmosphere.
The replacement personnel were lost along with the advance fleet, so you can see our problem. We no longer have additional crew to allocate to the Archangel.
Now, because of the unfortunate incident with Heliopolis being destroyed, it's even more critical that we get the Archangel and the G-Weapon with all its data down to Alaska.
Yes, but sir, how could we...
We must get the G-Weapon's development back on track. Zeph will no doubt continue to send new machines to the battlefield. It burns me. Those pencil pushers who've been wasting precious resources on concessions simply see the number of soldiers lost in the battlefields as figures on paper.
Very well, sir. I'll be sure to deliver that spirit of yours when we reach Alaska.
As a surviving mobile armor pilot, that is one order I cannot refuse.
I appreciate that.
Discharge papers.
You mean we were soldiers all along?
Assigned to the Archangel of the 8th Fleet.
Where's Kira Yamato? Never mind. Just give this to him later.
Though it was an emergency situation, the fact is it's illegal for civilians to take part in combat. We want to avoid any potential problems, so this is our solution. You've been recognized as volunteer soldiers who entered the military when you came aboard. Don't lose those. Furthermore, any information you learned while on duty is confidential, even after you...
Excuse me?
You were not involved in combat. Therefore, you're not required to go through these procedures.
No, that's not what I want to ask. I would like to join the Earth Alliance forces.
Flay.
Suddenly getting nostalgic now that you're disembarking? Kira Yamato, I presume. I read about your actions in the report.
Yeah.
Once again, I can't help but shake my head in amazement at the sheer abilities of you coordinators. These were only meant to give us an adequate counter to Zaft's mobile suits. But with you guys inside piloting them, they suddenly become an extraordinary superweapon.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's also been explained to me that your parents are naturals.
Yes, that's correct.
Part of me wonders what they wanted to achieve by making you a coordinator. In any case, I'd like nothing more than an end to this war. A quick one at that.
Sir! The Menelaus would like you back on board at once.
Here we go again. They just won't let me have a decent chat with you guys. What I really wanted was to thank you for protecting the Archangel and the strike up to now. May you live to see the dawn of a better era.
Sir. So what happens now to the Archangel? And to Lieutenant Romius and the others?
The Archangel will be heading to Earth just the way it is, so they'll be returning to the battlefield.
Well, I thought
I know exactly what you're concerned about. You possess certain abilities that are very attractive to the military. However, it's not as if we're assured of victory if we have you. War's not that simple. Don't flatter yourself.
But if I have the power to make a difference, I should put it to good use.
Sir, please.
Only if you have the will to do it. Anyone who lacks the will never does see it through to the end.
You realize what you're saying?
Look, I'm not saying this just for the fun of it. I've thought about it since my father's death, when they destroyed the ship he was on.
That means you must be the daughter of Vice Minister Ulster.
Yes, my name is Flay Ulster. I was in deep shock when I lost my father. All I could think about was how I couldn't bear what happened,
and how I didn't want to be where I was. But when we joined up with the fleet and I realized I could finally land safely on Earth, I couldn't help feeling uneasy about something.
Uneasy?
Should we now allow ourselves to feel safe? Will we finally be able to live in peace? I don't see how it's possible. A war is still being fought on Earth and in space.
The truth is that I never gave the matter much thought when I was living in neutral territory. My father was desperately working to find a way to end this war. If this is how it is, if true peace and true security can only be secured through our willingness to fight, then so be it. I am prepared to inherit my father's will and fight. Even though my abilities may not end up being of any use.
Like she says, a war is still being fought on Earth and in space.
Come back, Al!
Thank you for protecting the rest of us till now.
Sigh!
What Flay expressed was exactly my sentiments as well. Besides, it wouldn't be right for me to leave her alone now, would it?
Tall.
The officer said the Archangel is short-handed. I'd feel partly responsible if sometime down the road it got shot down. Thank you for this. You too, Mir?
If you're planning to stay tall, then so am I.
You're all staying. Can't expect me to leave.
You're a fool.
So are you.
You're the fool.
Guess you're right.
But he'll be leaving, won't he? Suppose so.
Mobile suits to launch in 3 minutes. All units check systems. Sealing all bulkheads. All hands quickly take your positions.
Wait, no!
Shut up! Let go! All hands quickly take your positions.
Kira! Finally, I couldn't find any of you guys, so This is meant for you. It's your discharge papers.
You're going alone. We've all decided to remain here.
Yeah, with the Archangel. The military.
One Nazca class, 2 Laurasia class, Green 18, distance 500, enemy engagement in about 15 minutes.
They've set a course straight for the fleet. Damn it, at a time like this.
Cease loading and seal off the bay at once. Is the Menelaus launch gone?
Not yet, Captain.
Tell them to hurry. All hands, level 1 battle stations!
You're staying? What do you mean?
Flay decided to volunteer. So we thought we'd do the same.
All hands, level 1 battle stations. I repeat, all hands, level 1 battle stations.
You over there! We're leaving!
Please wait a moment! He's coming! Think of this as destiny. So long, help us by making sure you get to Earth safely.
Keep yourself alive. No matter what happens, please don't be tempted to join Zaft.
Athranzala, launching!
Don't do it, Isaac. You're not ready.
Shut up! Hurry up and guide me out. That damn strike. This assault shroud will teach him a lesson for humiliating me. Listen, if you're getting on, make it quick.
Lieutenant LaFlag will be launching in the Zero. It's fine. We finished the repairs.
Thank you for protecting the rest of us till now.
I imagine it will be hectic even back on Earth.
Kira, you have the power to make a difference, don't you? So why not put it to good use?
Please, go without me.